As the lefty gets to work. Fought off foul. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Right side. Acuna there. Makes the grab, one away. And time now for the Phillies lineup. In the 6th spot for them in this one, JT Realmuto.
Well, right in the middle of this lineup, and that's exactly where he belongs. I mean, he's there for a reason, Boog. This guy, they know they can rely on him, and he's a force, a presence there that, you know, puts a little trepidation in that opposing pitcher. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this one.
And that one sliced foul. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Harper now, 3rd on the National League leaderboard for batting average. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Two outs. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back. And we're back. Getting the nod in this one, Taijuan Walker.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And now 2-1. And another ball. And a foul ball. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Orlando Arcia in the box now. No balls and a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs.
0-1.
But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And a 1-1. Foul ball there. Ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. Lead runner around second. The throw in. And he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Austin Riley. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
3-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. And now a single might score 2. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And he walked him.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
Matt Olson in the box now. Takes strike 1.
1-1.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to fight.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 runs in. And now a single might score 2. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And he walked him. 4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close. Matt Olson in the box now. Takes strike 1. 1-1. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to fight. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Now the second run is in.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run-scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself.
2
on, 1 out.
3-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish. Right-hander kick steals, and that one got a piece of it.
You know, Blue, there always seems to be that oh-no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time, it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And there's a ball. That one missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
2-2.
And that skips into there. And a pitch. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Joe got himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Outside. That's the ball.
That one finds the zone, and a count even 1-1. And that's outside.
That's the ball.
In situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate.
That one is absolutely belted. Base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Another comes in to score. It's 6-0.
How about that? Clears the bases. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Murphy, the runner at second with 1 away. On the ground to first. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Around third. He'll score, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Kelmer into second, and he's got a double.
Picks himself up at RBI. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
That's down and in. So 40 pitches already, still just in the first inning. That one misses, and the count is 2-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Real Muto down to first, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Nice job recovering to complete the strikeout at first base right there. Even though the runner from second does move up to third, it's not a big deal in this situation now that there are 2 outs. Just makes blocking pitches in the dirt to this next batter even more critical.
Rolls across the diamond. That one top of the second, and now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Nick Castellanos.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now it's Alec Bohm. Liner, base hit. Throw into third. In there safely.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. The punch out there, and 1 out now.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
It's 0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Left-hand hitter waits. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 gone now. This is Bryson Stott.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-1.
Runners on first and third. 2 away. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. Phillies leave a couple. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here in Atlanta. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Hard hit right side. Harper steps on the bag and quickly 1 away in the 2nd. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. That one missing inside.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Walker fastball in his 2nd at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boo.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. The Braves up big in this one. Bottom half of inning number 2. Good eye right there. Bounce to the left side, and it goes just foul. And a payoff pitch. In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman.
Here is Matt Olson. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? And there's a ball.
In an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Grabs it right up against the wall.
The sidewalk talks from Houston to New York, writing words of fans off from LA to Newport, walking home from school and walking the ball courts. The hears and recounts tales told by all sorts.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now here's the speed threat. Outfielder Johan Rojas. Free back to work. On a line, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
First pitch swing in, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Turner now. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Turner, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 3. Oh, now a great stop. Flips it from the ground. That's 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there. With Merrifield up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. On its way to the corner, Acuna on the run. Full extension makes the catch.
The first baseman, number 3. Right.
And at first, and now here is Harper. He's 0 for 1. First
ball,
pitch,
no
not
strike.
close. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 and 2 to count.
Turner leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball. Phillies strand 1, not going their way. It's 7-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Designated hitter. Marcell.
First offering in the dirt. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one misses. Ball 3. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
They just keep handing out gifts, Boog. Or are we supposed to bring something?
Singy, I think just our presence is the present. Duvall in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Next pitch is outside. Inside, just missed. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And ball 4 to a board.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Here's Sean Murphy. Pitching change here. Gregory Soto.
I think it's going to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
First and second here, no outs. Breaking ball inside. And now 3 balls and a strike. Ground ball could be 2. Over to Turner for 1. Relay to first. Double play.
I think 4, 6, 3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. 3 innings complete. It's the Braves 7 and the Phillies nothing. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Foul ball. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup using MLB The Show. Murphy fires to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Real Muto in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. And that one fouled off. Ball to strike. That's to third, and he can't come up with it. but in time. Nice job to stay with it to end the inning. Back at Truist Park, ready to go, bottom 4. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
0-1.
Kicks and deals. Oh, that got
That
away
got
from
him.
him.
Take your base.
And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, it's a little concerning when a fastball gets away like that. No run or break to worry about, and he'd still hit him.
And now the lefty. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2 now.
That was straight queso right there.
That misses the zone. And that's ball 1. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. So he goes the opposite way with that one. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 9-0.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The Braves up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And the slider just misses.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
And he takes a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
1 down, base is empty. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Olsen in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Fastball for a strike. Olsen, who gets a chance to play his home games in Truist Park. It's a pretty neutral ballpark. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there are 2 outs. Man at first. And next for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 2 runs across in the inning. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2. And a good eye there.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now 9-0. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Kyle Schwarber. Free, back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come 1 at-bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
1 down, base is empty. They say it went.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. That one the other way. Nice grab.
Generally, not the type of great play you expect from a first baseman, but he does a great job of hauling that one down.
Back here in Atlanta, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Adam Duvall at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Harper makes the play, and there's 2 down. Here's Jared Kelnick. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Stop. Over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Braves go down quickly here, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Trey Turner. The lefty fires. And there's the strike.
Well, these Phillies definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
That one ripped. And in one hops the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Whit Merrifield.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Late with the swing there.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
And he deals. Out there to center. And there's one away. Here's Bryce Harper, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And it's fouled away.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Late on that fastball.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
That one way outside. Now 1-2. The Braves up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man at second. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And a foul ball. It's a laser base hit. The run scores from third. It's 9-1.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And the batter now, worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from second crosses the plate, and it's 9-2.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And now it is JT Realmuto. And a foul ball. Castellanos on third. Boom. Over at first with one away.
Strike 2.
In the dirt. No advance.
0-2.
Good job behind the dish. And the 0-2. And there's 2 away. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Schwarber having a huge season. Comes into the day leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Swings through that one for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-2.
Got him swinging. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. Well, we go bottom 6. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Albies, an all-star a season ago.
That's inside.
27 years old, and he's a native of Curacao.
3-0.
That one missed. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here.
3-1.
And that's too
Ball
high.
4. Runner
Ball
take a
4.
base.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
The pitch. He was late there. Strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Not close with that one. 3 balls and a strike. Out to short. Turner. 1 at second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Acuna, the next to hit, takes outside. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Austin Riley. Colby Allard gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Rudder takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Realmuto throws not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Runner at second, 2 down. That one not close, and that's ball 1. The other way, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Atlanta, but they still lead it 9-2. Back at Truist Park. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Free, back to work. In the air, left field. Kelman makes the grab on the run.
Now batting, the center fielder, Johan.
Here's the center fielder, Johan Rojas. 1 for 2. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Trey Turner.
So the batting order turns over. Trey Turner now. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And that extends the inning.
The batter.
It's not often someone hits a baseball this hard. It's worthy of the StatCast treatment, Singy.
Well, I was anxious to see what that exit velo would be, and wow, 116 miles per hour. StatCast absolutely lives for these moments. You know, it's so cool to get that kind of...
Well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and we'll take a break. One left for Philadelphia. They're down 7. It's 9-2. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Matt Olson.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Popped up, sizes this one up, makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. A strikeout and a walk. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
In the air to left center, Rojas. Has this one sized up. 2 away now.
The center field, number 14.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Adam Duvall. To third, and it stays fair.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So here's Murphy now. 1 for 3. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Two outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Joe Jimenez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The pitch. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Riley brings it in, and there's 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
The right fielder, number 8,
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Down the right field line and a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now back, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
1 away, runners at first and third. JT Realmuto steps in. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. On the ground. One at second. Double play as they get out of another jam, and the inning ends. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Braves 9 and the Phillies 2. Bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Jared Kellner.
No left field.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And a foul ball. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Boom. Under it. Drops into the glove. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 1. Second baseman, Ozzie.
Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. The switch hitter batting right. And takes low for ball 1. In the air, right field. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. Here's Orlando Arcia. Ball 1 there. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And it's second. Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna.
And first offering is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. On the ground to third. What a stop. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Two on, 2 outs.
One
Not
ball, 1
even
strike.
close there. And the count is 1 and 1. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Homer number 25 of the year. It's 12-2.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with a home run.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's Matt Olson. Pitch misses there. 1-0. That clips a corner. 2 down, nobody on. Next pitch in for a strike. Now 1 and 2. And this is inside.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it. Save the rest of that bullpen. Somehow stop the bleeding.
And another ball.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. Last chance coming up for the Phillies. We go to the 9th, leading off Kyle Schwarber. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. There's a swing and a miss. Jimenez, a former All-Star, 29 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Left-hand batter waits.
2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands.
No
If I'm
ball,
out there
2
on the
strikes.
bump, I'm going right back in there.
Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Murphy throws to first in time, and they get the leadoff man of the night.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And first offering is fouled off. Righty delivers. Swings and chases a low one there.
It's amazing to look up and
0-2.
see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
And that one is lifted in the air. And Acuna able to make the ground.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now for the Phillies, Johan Rojas. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Swing and a
No
miss.
ball, 1 strike.
As he was out front that time. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. Jimenez is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.